Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, The College Process. Once again, I'm Ed from Principia Prep, and today we're going to be going over is now the time to get a college loan. But before we begin, if you are new to the channel and are looking for additional college content, please hit the button down below. It will notify you when new videos do come out. As well as, once again, every Friday going forward, if you have any comments or any questions on this video here, every Friday going forward, we will be answering all your questions on video format and putting it back here on YouTube. So if you do have any questions, please leave them down below in the comment section. I will be answering all questions you guys leave on any of the videos here every Friday in video format and then putting it back here on YouTube. As well as going forward, we are still doing the James Russo Memorial Scholarship. So if you are interested and you have a student going off to college next year or maybe a year after that, we do give out every year to seniors going off to college scholarship money based on the views you guys give us here on the YouTube channel. So the more videos you guys watch, the more money we have to give back in the format of the James Russo Memorial Scholarship. Now, if you want more information about how our scholarship program works here at our organization, very simple. Down below in the description is the link to the James Russo Memorial video explaining how our scholarship program works. In addition to that, also in the description down below is the organization's Venmo as well as a buy us coffee if you want to help support the channel, allowing us to keep making these college videos for you guys out there. And all that being said, let's jump right into today's video. Is now the time to get a college loan? Well, now that we're basically in May, almost getting into June now, you're probably wondering, is now the time to get a loan based on the fact that pick the college, we've done the deposit, everything else, senior year is about to end, is it time now to go out there and get a loan? Or if you have a student who's already in college, maybe going to their second year or third year, maybe going to their last year, or maybe in grad school, you might be wondering the same thing. Is now the time, since everything's kind of coming to an end, the semester's coming to an end, so on and so forth, we're getting ready for the next academic year, is now the time to go out and get a loan? And the answer is no. It's actually too early now to go out and get a loan. Anytime in May or anytime really until mid-June, it's too early to go out there and get any loans, whether it's private loans through the Sallie Mae's, the Sofi's, Discover, whether it's the state loans through the state of New Jersey like NJ Class or the other loans available statewide, or if you're even looking at the federal loans like the Parent Plus loan, it's actually too early at this point in time. I would not be going out and getting any loan. Now, I know a lot of you out there is thinking to yourselves, well, Ed, I got all the rest of the stuff done. We're getting ready for the next academic year. We want to get the loan part out of the way. When should we start shopping? And the answer is based on a few different factors. But right off the bat, I would not start shopping for any student loans whatsoever until the earliest would be basically the end of June. Typically July 1st, that week, when July basically started, is when I tell most parents, now is the time to go shopping for loans. And let me explain to you why. Right off the bat, you guys haven't even got the bill yet, so you have no idea what the increases will be for the academic year 23-24. You might be thinking, well, Ed, the school's already told us or estimated the bill will be X, Y, and Z, which is still, once again, an estimate. The schools typically will meet after semester ends at the end of May and then decide what the increase will be. Whether it's going to be a 2 or 3% increase to the tuition, whether it will be a 4% tuition increase, what are there going to be the increases for the housing, for the food, insurance, so on and so forth. All these different factors aren't done yet. So basically the school hasn't even figured out what their bill is going to be. So one of the main reasons you don't go shopping for loans just yet is because you haven't got the bill. Once you actually get the bill from the college, that's when you start the process of applying for, essentially let's call it shopping for loans out there. Before then, you're kind of just shopping blindly because you think you might know what you need, but you don't know exactly what you need. Once you get the bill showing that amount, which typically once again comes in the tail end of June, that's when you can start shopping around for loans, whether you're going private or state or federal, doesn't matter. There's no rush at this point in time to get the process started. Mainly because of the fact that when it comes to the loans, no matter what loan you're looking at, most of the loan applications, whether it's private loan, federal loan, or state loan, most of the applications take about 15 minutes to do. Very quick, very simple, and they notify you right at the end of the application if you've been approved or not. So let's call it 15 to 20 minutes, you get an approval. Plus the fact that almost every university across the board has until August 1st to get a payment plan in place for fall, or to pay the fall semester, or to get a loan in place to be covered for that academic term and or year. So since it only takes 15 to 20 minutes to get basically accomplished and get approved, you can do the loans in the end of June, all of July, or even the beginning of August and still be perfectly fine. Because once you get approved and once you select a loan to go with, no matter what loan it is, what will happen at that point is 24 hours later, that loan company will notify your college that your student, because you've given their social so they can combine the student information with what the college has and what the lender has, and will allow that student to be covered. So there's no real rush here. So you have plenty of time. First, we need to get the bill out of the way. Second reason you're not shopping around just yet is because of the credit windows. And let me explain what I mean by this. Many of the lenders out there will approve your loan for typically a 90-day credit window. So let's look at it from this perspective. Let's say at the end of May, I decide, let's say it's May 25th or May 30th or even June 5th, I decide to go out and get a loan. 90 days from now, the loan will actually expire if the school does not certify that loan. Most schools do not certify loans, by the way, basically saying to the lender, yes, send me the money because the student's going here, until about a week or two that student's been in the college, because they're not going to certify loans in the summertime if they don't know the student's going to end up being on campus. I think one might be wondering, well, Ed, we already deposited, we're doing the roommate stuff, we're doing everything we can, we're going to be going. I understand all that, but 10 out of 10 students don't always go and end up being at the college. There are going to be students at the last minute that will back out or get accepted to a higher tier school or their dream college, or maybe where they wanted to go, and then say to the secondary choice where they deposit, I'm not going. So that school, if they did certify the loan, they got to do a bunch of paperwork they don't want to do. So they don't certify the loans typically until a week or two the students have been in school. So if you consider it for a 90-day credit window, if you do this in May, or in some cases even the early June timeframe, by the time they go and certify your loan, which typically is, let's call it the middle of September, your loan has now expired. There is no loan. The problem is you don't know that, the school doesn't know that, because you guys think you're covered, you're done. Because the loan company knows you're not going to get the loan because you're expired, which means about a month or so into school, what will happen is your student will be called out of his class or out of her class, and they'll tell them, you need to go to the financial aid office, you have a problem. The problem is the loan never came through, you never paid the bill, and at that point in time they have to go to the financial aid office with a bunch of other students. It's never like 1 or 2 students, it's always like 5 dozen, 6 dozen students. Basically 60, 70 students standing in line at financial aid, figuring out what happened, and the problem is your loan expired before they had a chance to certify it, so now you have to get another loan in place. The problem there is they pull them from class, they can't go back to class until they're cleared for financial aid. They also can't go to their dorm room because they deactivate their card. They can't eat because they deactivate their card. You don't want this error to happen, this issue to happen, because the first thing that happens is a student calls home and says, what did you do? So the reality is, good, bad, or indifferent, wait. You have plenty of time from that perspective. Also, a third reason you want to wait on top of the other 2 I just told you is because the rates aren't out yet for the next year, to be honest with you. The state hasn't figured out their rates for the NJ class loan, and the other states haven't figured out either. The federal Parent Plus loan rate is still not out yet, so you're not sure what rate you're going to be going into if you did apply for a Parent Plus loan, as well as the private lenders typically look to kind of put their loan rates in place right around the middle to end of June. So the rates that you'll be getting aren't the rates that you will have in place when you have a loan being taken out. So there's no rush here. Wait for the bill. Once you get the bill, then start shopping. And all that being said, if you guys do have any questions, once again, every Friday going forward, if any questions you guys do on this video or any of the videos here on the channel, every Friday going forward, I will be taking your questions you guys leave down below, making a video here on YouTube, loading it up for you guys to have all your questions answered in detail format. As well as, if you guys do enjoy today's video, please leave us a like, it does help the channel. And as well as that, on the screen here, you see my contact information. If you need help with the financial aid process or the admissions process or anything college related, to be honest with you, very simple. On the screen is my contact information. I do sit down with families on a one-on-one basis through Zoom to help families out with their specific college situation. So if you do need help with your college situation, just reach out to me. You can reach me by text, email, or just give me a call. Other than that, thank you for watching today's video. Once again, my name is Ed from Principia Prep.